Hello everybody, welcome to Breslov Research Institute, breslov.org. I want to thank everybody for joining these classes and thank you for the wonderful feedback that I'm getting from people really all around the world, and I thank you so very much, everybody. And now let's continue. We're learning this week Parshat Va'yashev. What an exciting parsha, and it's a sad parsha all at the same time. Well, let's see what we could learn out of this parsha here. A nice, very nice lesson. Vayishalcheyu me'emek chevron. Pasuk in Vayeshev. It says like this. We know that we had the machlekes of the Shvatim with Yosef Shegarim Agolos v'Churban. We know that the disagreement that the Shvatim had with Yosef is what caused the Golus, the exile, and the Churban Beis HaMikdash. Well, we know that Rashi tells us on that pasuk that where is the Rashi here? Ella meitza muka shel oisei tzadik hakav b'chevron l'kayim ma shenemar la'Avram bein ha'visarim ki ger yeh zarach. So we understand really all these things that are really happening, and Hashem has the grand plan. And that grand plan is always going to come out. It's going to come true. Whatever HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants is going to happen. But let's understand how it happened. And let's understand where the Shvatim, because we know that Shvatim were Kulam Kedaishim. So how did the Shvatim go so wrong? How did they possibly do that to want to kill Yosef, to sell Yosef? Where did it come up? Where did they come up with? And to tell the father the thing that there was an animal that it tore him up. We know that emes is the most important thing. HaKadosh Baruch Hu's chaysim is emes. So how could the Shvatim come to say a thing like this? How did they come to do this? Okay, so it says like this. The Satan came between them. The Satan came between them, and he gave them this advice. Kigam tzadikim gedolim tzrichen lishma atzasam miyoi tlevakish me'Hashem yizbach miyadli natzam meitzes nevarois. The tzadikim, don't think, we know a tzaddik, the greater a person is, the greater the Yetzer is on a tzaddik. We know that the Gemara tells us that. Don't think that if a person's a big tzaddik, he has no Yetzer. No, the greater the person is, the greater the Yetzer is. So the Satan attacked them. ובפרט בעניין מחלקת ששם עיקר גברס הסatan שמכניס סבורס בלב הצדיקים עד שניבא להם שהם צריכים לרדוף את הצדיק אמס עד לחיה והכל נמשך מיצס הנוקש שהיתה אס אדם הראשון והיתה אס קין שהיה בתחילה גודל ומעלה מיועד. We know that Adam Rishon was created by HaKadosh Baruch Hu directly. Adam Rishon was on the highest level. But the Nachash came, and the Nachash, which is the Satan, which is the Yetzer Hara, all the same thing. He came and he put this cuckoo idea into Adam Rishon's head that he should eat from the Yetzer Das Taivarah. Then he put the idea into Cain that he should kill Hevel. What? Hevel was the first person born in the world, and he can convince him to do that. We see how we need to constantly talk to the Rabbeinu Shalom. His Hisbodidot, how important his Hisbodidot is, speaking to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, talking to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, begging HaKadosh Baruch Hu to save us from these crazy things. Because let us understand, if the Shvatim, if Cain, if Adam Rishon can all be attacked by the Satan, don't you think we can? And how important it is to beg the Rabbeinu Shalom all the time. And that's why the Rebbe tells us every day we have to spend time with his Hisbodidot. He wants us to do an hour. If we can't do an hour, so do what we can, a little bit at a time. But speak to the Rabbeinu Shalom. How could, like Rabbi Talber always says, how could you have a relationship with someone that you don't speak to? If you don't speak to the Rabbeinu Shalom, how can you have a relationship with the Rabbeinu Shalom? You have to always speak to the Rabbeinu Shalom, and by doing that, you can have a relationship. And that can be that's the best antidote against the Yetzer Hara. I want to wish everyone that they should always be able to have a beautifulness by this. Speak to the Rebbeinu Shalom. Get the right advice that we need from the Rebbeinu Shalom to protect us against the Satan, the Yetzer Hara, and all the mashchisim in the world that try to damage us. And I want to wish everyone a wonderful week. Thank you for listening, and thank you. Kol Tuv.